Hello, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to a exploration of a classic flight simulation add-on. This is specifically for Flight Simulator 4. This is entitled Flight Adventure number 685 by Mallard, which includes two different types of flights on here, VFR and IFR. IFR is Stockton to Livermore, California, and VFR, which is what we're going to be doing here, is Chicago Meigs Field to Kankakee, Illinois. Now, this not only comes with it being an adventure, some of you may know that that means that there is ATC control that goes on with the adventure. So not only is there ATC controlling us, but there's also a little bit of chatter, and they have added some additional scenery details and dynamic scenery at the airports. And that's what you're seeing here. You are seeing, I'll go ahead and unpause it. You are seeing additional scenery and dynamic scenery here at the airport. And let me just change some views here. You can see we got some planes coming through here. Now I had to turn off the regular dynamic scenery because it was too much. It was kind of crowding up the whole place. But in order to run this flight adventure, you have to have the sound and graphics aircraft upgrade installed, as well as the those two are doing something interesting, as well as the aircraft adventure factory and the object scenery designer, I think is what it's called, in order to get the full experience out of this. So what we're going to go ahead and do here, I'm going to jump back into the cockpit, and we are going to reset the adventure so you get to hear everything here. So you could see that I've got the Adventure Factory installed, the Scenery Designer installed. Well, obviously the sound thing is installed. Otherwise, you would hear PC speaker sound, which is not very pleasant. So what we do is we go down here to Adventure Factory. I've already got the Adventure here. All I need to do is just reset it, which is number 9 here. So yeah, a little bit different there. I'll try to turn up the sound here so that way you'll be able to hear that talking. Okay, we don't have parking brakes with this yet. Okay, and my controller's working. Goody, goody, goody. Let's go ahead and I will show you the map that comes with this. Most of you probably know where Meigs would be and Kankakee, but we're going to go over this anyway. So here is the map. This is scanned in. Let me go ahead and zoom in here. So we're here at Meigs. I don't know if they have Chicago O'Hare in here. It looks like they've got these other airports. I mean, this is all from the default scenery, but I think they may have added some additional things at some of these airports. Because when flying by Chicago Midway, it looked like it had something different. This is weird. DuPage, it's like capital letters there and then an E, so interesting. But most likely they'll have us go down here to Chicago Heights and Peatone, and finally over here to Kankakee. I've flown this once before. Typically, if you fly this adventure, you've pretty much flown it. So, like, after you've done this once, it's not going to be exactly the same. There is some random events and stuff that occur between there. One such thing is like instruments malfunctioning. That is all because of under the sim menu, under reliability, they tend to make this down here to about 99%. And even though it's like 99% or 95, or no, that's not 95, that's more like 99, instruments break way too often, even at 99%. So we're just going to move that up to 100% and return to the simulator. And pretty much know what the navs are going to be, so we're going to go ahead and get those tuned in. Chicago Heights is 114.2, which is already set, apparently. And Peatone, 113.2. Looks like Kankakee is already there. It's already tuned in there. But I'm going to put this here anyway. And we're going to be flying to Chicago Heights. So it's 176. I've noticed that when they have you switch from one frequency to another, it doesn't seem to matter if you have it tuned in or not. It's the same thing with the transponder. But we'll just follow along and do it anyway. So we got to hit enter.
367, stand by 1. Meigs ground, Baron 67, Mike is ready. Baron 36, Mike, stand by. Cessna 51367 ground, cleared VFR Kankakee. After departure, turn right heading 180, climb and maintain VFR at or below 1,600, squawk 4155. Departure frequency will be 119.45.
Okay.
Cessna 367, readback is correct. Taxi runway 36, contact tower when you're ready to depart.
Okay. So transponders 4115. That seems to be the same every time that I play.
Roger, taxi runway 36, you'll be number 2 behind the Cessna. 36 and number 2 for 67 Mike.
Enter when you are holding short.
Press enter when you're holding short. Some of the special options in here. C is your choice key. During a flight, there will be instances such as bad weather that necessitate making a choice of alternate landing fields. R is say again. Think R for repeat. Enter uses key only when prompted. And there's a bunch of other blah 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 stuff in here. And then the pilot's handbook. It will tell you the stages of air traffic control, such as clearance, delivery, ground, tower, It doesn't really tell you the frequencies or anything like that, but it just kind of gives you the sequence. And a lot of us already know what that sequence is, especially with the modern simulators. So we'll get going here. Ah! Sorry, I was trying to take care of something.
Cessna 367, roger, clear for immediate takeoff.
Okay, so we're good for takeoff. I'm going to set the autopilot here for 2,600, 1,600 feet. Maybe it's 1,600 feet. So 1,600 feet, because they were saying climb up to that. It gets really picky if you don't do that. So you'll notice there's some skid marks here on the runway. That's like a little additional thing that they added. Also, look, they have the fountain here. The Chicago, the fountain right there. That's a little new addition, too, that they've added with the scenery. So, I think that's kind of neat. This is like the only one that I've seen that has the fountain.
Barron 67 Mike, turn right heading 160, climb maintain 1,600, you're clear for immediate takeoff.
160 for 67 Mike.
Okay, so they want us to come to heading of 180. That's Meigs over there. You'll notice there seems to be additional stuff over there. Like I'm seeing a bunch of red stuff there, and I don't normally see that. Also, I think I see what looks like air traffic over there, too. It doesn't normally have dynamic traffic. This all here with the streets and everything, that's also part of the custom scenery that comes with this.
Cessna 367, contact Chicago approach on 127.4. Good day.
Cessna 5136.
Hey, Aurelio.
Bandit 140, turn right heading 010. Cleared ILS.
Yeah, this is 2020 at the very, very lowest setting. You can actually play this on a tablet.
Right turn 010, 4,500 for Bandit 140.
I think that's us, by the way. So I think they want us to climb to 4,500. And guess what? The autopilot actually works on this, too. Ain't that amazing? How easy can it be? Just go into the menu and put everything in.
Cessna 367, Chicago approach. Climb and maintain 2,500. Cleared direct to Chicago Heights VOR and maintain VFR.
Okay, so they want us to go to 2,500 then. Alright, so we'll go back over here to the autopilot. Type in 2,500. We're heading to Chicago Heights, so we just need to change our heading to 168. Unless they tell us otherwise. Sometimes they do.
541 heavy, climb and maintain 10,000. And contact Chicago
Take a look behind us there.
Midway 741 radar contact, climb and maintain 5,000, and leaving 4,000, turn left heading 270.
So it's like, you're below your assigned altitude. Well, yeah, no kidding. I'm climbing up to it.
Cessna 22, Quebec, climb and maintain 6,000.
So this is actually a nifty little add-on here, because it gives you a plane, it gives you a Bonanza. You've got two ATC adventures that are supposedly a little bit different each time you fly them. Some custom static scenery and custom dynamic scenery. What's not to like? Oh, we'll be doing it, Flylow. I want to do something short. I gotta go do. I gotta run some errands, but then I'll come back and do it. But I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to actually do this for a while. Yeah, so don't worry, it'll happen. In the meantime, get to enjoy a little blast from the past here. No, I have not installed the update. That's something that I can do while I go run my errands.
Citation 2, Lima, Quebec, Chicago, approach, turn left heading 180, climb and maintain 6,500.
I've heard that the frames have suffered almost in half. Okay, this scenery here is all additional too, right here with the road. That all comes with this Flight Adventure add-on.
Cessna 367, turn to heading 190.
Okay, that's Cessna, whatever, 367. And in case we don't do it, it has no problem telling us here.
Roger, turn left heading 070, climb and maintain requested altitude and contact center 127.8.
45 minutes, left turn 080, up to 12,000, 27.8. Good day.
Have a good flight, sir.
We'll see what happens when I do the other flight later on. Yeah, so the box art that's down below me, you'll see one that's blue, and that is this right here, which I've been wanting to dig into since I got it. Brand new. When I bought it, never opened. And it comes with two ATC adventures, one IFR and one VFR.
Climb and maintain 3,000.
You know, and even though we've got the cross the world event that I'm doing, I still want to get some classic flight simulation in as well. So this here, well, I guess this would be Chicago Heights right here. And I've been able to get this to successfully run in PC Emulator, which I prefer, other than DOSBox.
Cessna 367, Chicago approach. You leave my airspace. Contact Chicago Center on 132.45 today.
So it will request flight following from Chicago Center. Do I have to hit the enter key?
Cessna 367, proceed direct Kankakee, maintain 2,500.
Okay. That's about the only thing so far that I'm a little disappointed, is it's not having you change the radio frequencies. But yeah, I prefer to get this running in a real DOS environment with actual emulated hardware. And this does perform better with an actual PC emulated environment than it does in DOSBox. Believe it or not. It's a lot cleaner. It works the way that it should. Whereas DOSBox is kind of a hack. But there are some times where I will use DOSBox because I'm able to... It's hard to explain, but sometimes I get real memory issues out of PC Emulator, just like a real machine, whereas I don't quite have that over on DOSBox. But
King 12 Charlie, turn right heading 200. Descend and maintain 3,000. Expect the ILS runway 17 left.
And the reason why I wanted to get all this set up in PC Emulator, another reason, was one of the software programs that I had would not work with DOSBox at all. I just got nothing but errors. But once I installed it in a real DOS environment, program worked. And it's Pilot Power Tools, which if you want to create your own adventures, you do them through Pilot Power Tools, and then you're able to input that into the Aircraft Adventure Factory.
8 November India, say type aircraft. Battle.
Looks like we're getting the payotone here pretty quickly. So Kankakee is not too far away, actually. 111.6 is the VOR.
Delta 43, turn right heading 040. Descend and maintain 2,000 until established on the approach. Clear for the ILS runway 13 approach. Right 040, 2,000, clear ILS 13.
Okay, so we got about 16 miles left here. Wow, this Bonanza flies pretty fast. It's at 160 knots indicated speed. We'll go ahead and slow it down. Jacinto Lorenzo, hello, good evening. Welcome to some retro flying here. I'm just doing a short little stream with this before I go run some errands and have Flight Sim 2020 download and install the update, and then I'll be back later on to do our VFR flight along the Nile River.
84 Oscar, squawk 0256.
0256 for Echo Oscar.
So we got all this additional scenery that's been added to this area. Even more so than Scenery Disc 9. So you actually get little extra scenery in here that, with this than you do with Scenery Disc number 9. Yeah, with the Africa one, the most recent one, I had to break it up in two. Well, the landing had to be a separate stream because I had to step away for a moment, and when I came back, I had bumped my controller. It fell on the ground. It popped my little stick on here. I thought it was broken. It wasn't. I just had to push it back in. But as a result, I mean, it was on final. It was locked into the ILS and the glide slope. Everything was good. But just because the controller fell, the plane went out of control and crashed. I was a bit annoyed. But I came back later and got the plane right back to where it was and did the landing and everything. So I did not want to leave that flight off the way it was. So there's a second shorter stream that has just the landing on it. So that way.
Kankakee is your 12 o'clock, 10 miles. Descend pilot's discretion. Report Kankakee in sight.
Okay, so they want us to descend. We'll go ahead and start dropping our flaps too. What controller do I use? This right here. Because those other controllers are too expensive. Not really. Not too keen on spending $200 or $300 or even more to get actual controllers, because I can use that to get add-ons and scenery and stuff like that. And for the most part, this controller does really well for me. And it's got tons of buttons on it.
I'll have an approach clearance for you in a moment.
Delta 11 is leaving 15,000 for 10,000.
And plus, of course, you know, I don't have to unplug controllers and all this other stuff. So I'm able to use this on a lot of different things. So it's like my be all go all to controllers. And I've had it for a long time. Oh no, Flight Sim works just fine with controllers like this. I mean, I can fly my PMDG planes with this here. We're going up, not down. Yeah, it's, you know, I always look at the yokes and all that, and it's like I want to get it, but oh man, the money that you got to just sink into it. It's like I could use that to get, you know, different add-ons, and quite a bit of add-ons, as a matter of fact. You know, I could use it to get another PMDG plane or you know, or something. Plus, also too, I mean, I would like to be able to do VR. You know, fly in VR. And so that money that would be spent on controllers, I could actually spend on getting things set up for VR. And I think with my 2070 Super, that should be sufficient enough for VR. So I would just need to get the VR glasses, I guess, and then I'll be able to do flying in VR, which will. That's going to be about as real as it can get. VR, which simulators? Well, this would be one. Not this one. Not this one. Sorry. Flight Sim 2020 would be one of them. The update that came out today was supposed to add VR. The other one would be X-Plane. And I think some people have done VR and P3D, but I don't know for sure. But it would definitely be X-Plane. And Flight Sim 2020. Which is not this. I don't know why I'm pointing at it. Probably because I've been doing Flight Sim 2020 quite a bit over the past few days. Yeah, I know, right? Can you imagine doing VR with with this? Did we pass the airport? They're not really giving us instructions. Yeah, so this is the first time actually playing this this flight adventure. Yeah, I think we passed it. Yeah, we passed it. Alright, so let's move ourselves this way. Landing gear down. Come back around here. That is probably the airport right there. That's the Kankakee River right there.
7 Chicago Center, Roger. Understand you have the field in sight. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Frequency change to advisory approved. Good day.
Okay, so that's us right there. Let's switch the transponder.
Cessna 367, Kankakee Unicom. Active runway is 22, right traffic.
Alright, so runway 22 apparently. It's going to be over in this... I have to go over in this direction here. Huh? Oh no. You're not to blame for diverting the airplane. I thought the ATC was going to direct me, but because the last thing they told me was to descend, so I'm like, okay, I'll descend. So these old ATC adventures are designed in a certain way, so if you don't do something in particular, it doesn't progress to the next step. So yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's not you. Okay, runway 22 is... What do we got to go around? This way? I think our runway is right here.
Tomahawk 14, 136 January, Kankakee traffic, entering base Kankakee.
Oh. So this...
Tomahawk 136 Juliet, Kankakee traffic, turning final Kankakee.
So this Flight Adventure 685 comes with custom scenery for Chicago and Kankakee, so we're seeing a lot of extra scenery there. It looks like it... Maybe there's some extra buildings over there, I don't know. Plus it has voice files that you could use for other things if you want to. Yep, this does have buildings. Yep, and this is the only package that actually gives you scenery like this in the Kankakee area. It's not with scenery disc number 9. It's not with the USA, you know, Sublogic USA East. But then again, this was released by Mallard and not Sublogic, and so that's part of the reason. Can I look from the upside? The only thing I can really do is... this. It doesn't look like the custom scenery is showing up, though. And how did I get the add-on? Well, I bought it. Bought it from eBay. It was a brand new, never opened copy. That looks like a house. So there's a house here. And what looks like little factories or something. Okay, that is the Kankakee Airport. Is that little runway right there 22? Oh, no, here. Oh, this whole thing right there. Okay. So we'll fly over the checkerboard here. Once in a while, these little flight adventures show up on eBay. It just takes time to build a collection of this stuff. Yeah, it does look like that. That house does look like a little kid kind of built it. But you know, these were simple times. The times were a lot simpler back then. You know, and it has its own little charm. That's why I like these old simulators. They have a classic retro charm to them. Okay, I think that's the runway right over there. Oh, look at this. So it looks like we got a boat dock or something right here. A couple of boats. Hey there, One Wire Lad 1. Yeah, this is actually a very you're not seeing default FS4 here. You're seeing this with an add-on, Flight Adventure number 685, which has custom scenery for Meigs and kind of passing the airport here. So it's got custom static scenery, dynamic scenery. It's got ATC control. So, and it's got two different flights. It's got a VFR flight, which is what we're doing here, and an IFR flight, which is in California. See if I can do one more thing of flaps without stalling here. And I do have Flight Sim 2020. I'll be coming back later on today. We're doing a Cross the World event with it. We're currently in Africa. And we're going to be doing a VFR flight along the Nile. So, if that sounds cool, you'll want to follow so that way you get notification. That seemed a little hard. Yeah, I landed. Ah! Okay, they weren't happy with me. I landed on the wrong one. Wrong way. You landed on the wrong runway.
Nice flying, Captain.
And see, and that's it. End of flight. That is the That's all there is to it. You're probably right, Flylow. I probably do get more frames per second on here. F-22 Retaliator. I have not tried that. See, back when this came out, I was actually... I had an Amiga. A Commodore Amiga. So I didn't get my first PC until Flight Simulator 5 came out. Oh, look! Dynamic scenery! Planes and everything taken off. So the Commodore 64 was my first flight sim, but my first PC flight sim was Flight Simulator 5. We'll park it over here. Is that the fuel box over there? Oh, there's a little something. What is that, a tractor? Looks like there's a little tractor over there. Oh, no, that's a forklift. Okay, that's what that is. Or it's a truck. I don't know quite what it is. Oh, that's a plane. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's this thing about the graphics where for some reason you can see right through stuff. I have no idea why it does that. We'll turn around here and park. Oh, I think those are cranes over there. I think that's what that was. And that looks like it's floating. Yes, it's floating. We have a floating bar of soap or something right there. Seems like a good enough place to park it right here. I'll turn off the engines right there. Viglin 286. Ooh, cool. Hi there, RP. Good to see you there. The only recognizable and doable thing was to crash into the lake. This one here was not the first flight simulator. This is Flight Simulator 4. The first one. This is the first. However, this is the first flight simulator that you could add custom content to. So you couldn't do that with Flight Sim 3, but you can do it here. Now this does come. You know what we can do is we can do a another flight here. This Flight Adventure comes with two. One is IFR and one is VFR, and we just did the VFR flight. So, and we got ourselves an audience here. So let's kind of continue here. So what we need to go here is go into the mode library, and this is from Stockton to Livermore, so it's this one right here, number 2. So we got to load this up here. And then there's custom scenery, so we need to go down here where it says Scenery Designer. Over here to set up, oh, nope, wrong one, Static Scenery Designer. And then we'll load in the specific scenery for that area. So static scenery library, and right here, this is Livermore, California. Oh, what's this one here? What do I have, 2? Do I have Oakland or something? I don't know. This seems a little, that's a little different. Load that up there. Okay, looks like that's loaded up. Go back one more, and then we load up the dynamic scenery here. We have to go to the, and this is all the stuff that was recorded here. So these are all patterns and stuff that were recorded. So dynamic scenery, we want this one right here, Stockton to Livermore. Escape the menu. Just double check, make sure it's loaded. Looks like it is. And here we go. So this is us in the Mooney. Can zoom out there. Looks like that guy's taking off. You can see all the scenery here. See, so it makes the airport alive and stuff. And then what we do is we go over here and we start the adventure up here, which I seem to be missing the the menu thing disappeared. That's okay. We have to go down to the adventure factory and then load in the adventure, which is E right here.
This is Flight 685.
Flight 685.
Enter after you request IFR clearance.
Let's make this around dawn or something. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up the map here so that way you can see it. Oh, you bought the P-44 Seminole. Yeah, I noticed that it was on sale, which has got me wondering if I had just waited an extra day or two, I probably could have gotten that M20 Ovation for half the price of what I spent. And then Jacinto, you were talking about the flight simulator that was in the Spectrum PC in 1982. Well, Flight Simulator 4 came out around 87 or 88, somewhere around there. Okay, so here is the actual map for this area. This was scanned in from my collection here. So we're supposed to be flying from Stockton to Livermore, which is, yeah, where? Sacramento. Where's Sacramento? Petaluma, Buchanan, Stockton, here it is. So Stockton, right over here to Livermore. Well, that's not very far, which is right here. So it looks like it's got more scenery around here in the San Francisco area. Oh, and that's another thing too, is that the default scenery doesn't have San Francisco, it has Los Angeles. So getting this little flight adventure add-on will give you San Francisco. So I don't know if they're going to give us any VORs or anything. But let's go ahead and get this started.
1367 ground, clearance available, is eyes ready to copy. Mooney 5 Hotel Papa, taxi runway 11 right, contact tower 120.3 when you're ready to depart.
5 Hotel Papa, roger. 120, please break.
Now, is that us? I don't know. We'll
367, you're cleared to Livermore as filed. After departure fly, runway heading, climb and maintain 1,600, expect 4,000 in 10 minutes. Departure frequency will be 123.85, squawk 4665.
Okay, 4665.
367, read back correct. Taxi to runway 11 right, contact tower 120.3 when you're ready to depart.
I don't think when you...
Enter when you are holding short.
Yeah, see? We don't have to change the comm radio. All we have to do is hit the enter key when we're holding short. Yeah, the dynamic scenery is really cool. It really adds a lot of life to the airports and stuff. All right, runway 11 is that way. Let's get the autopilot set here. They're saying at 1600 to start off with, and then 4000, so we'll worry about that when that happens. They want us on runway 11 right, which is probably that one right there. Well, wait a minute. Nope. The other way. The other way. Stay on the pavement there, Killer Gamer. Thanks, Jacinto. Well, don't worry, the World Tour or the Across the World event, that will... You'll be able to come back and watch that. It'll still be up. Alright, is this 11 right? Nope. That's left. Alright, go back this way. That's probably it, right over there. Okay, stop right here.
Cessna 367, you're cleared for takeoff.
Okay. That is us. Even though we're not in a Cessna. We are...
1-8 Whiskey, you're cleared to land, runway 11 left.
We are 367.
We have an IFR flight plan to Modesto. Mooney 5 Hotel Papa, contact Stockton approach now on 123.85. Good day.
123.85 for 5 Hotel Papa.
Alright, here we go.
Roger 1-8 Whiskey, cleared touch and go. Runway 11 left. After departure, fly runway heading, climb and maintain 1,600. Cleared touch and go, 11 left. Runway heading at 1600, 1-8 Whiskey.
As far as streams, I have done streams. I don't know if I'll be doing any soon.
Cessna 367, contact Stockton approach on 123.85.
I probably will be doing a cooking simulator
51367, radar contact
soon.
miles east of Stockton. Turn right heading 200 and intercept Victor 109. Climb and maintain 4,000.
Okay, I think that's us. So they want us to turn to 200 and climb to 4,000. So let's see, over here. Put that in 4,000. And there we go. No, RP it's not.
Turn right heading 290. Send and maintain pattern altitude.
This was just a simple thing that I wanted to do today.
For pattern altitude.
Before I go run some errands, and then I'll come back and do it. I still want to get some streams of some classic flight simulators out for you folks.
Stockton, Bonanza 663 inbound at 1,800 feet.
Bonanza 663, Stockton. Cleared VOR Alpha approach into Lodi. Fly the published missed approach if needed, and recontact me on this frequency.
Aero bisectors redeemed some more points. 737 Zebo. I love the 737 Zebo. You know why I love it? Because I can fly it. I like it because I can fly it. So yeah, you know me.
367 traffic, your 1 o'clock.
Hold on. We got traffic at 1 o'clock apparently. Oh, I wonder if that's this.
Baron 48 Golf, left
I see him moving.
1 left.
Oh, that's cool.
Baron 48 Golf, contact Stockton Tower on 120.3.
48 Golf, Roger, 120.3.
Piper 18 Whiskey, turn right heading 130, climb and maintain 4,000.
Right 130, 18 Whiskey.
Boy, this thing is like, you're below your assigned altitude. Well, yes, I'm climbing up to it. Yeah, but you know, classic flight simulators is my thing. So, you know, I still want to be able to give you folks out there your dose of classic flight simulation. You know, with all the add-ons, bells and whistles, and all that. I don't know if we're going in the right direction, so we'll just rely on ATC to direct us where we need to go. The sun is on its way up. We should have full daylight here in 18 minutes. Although we might be landing before then, I don't know.
Mooney 5 Hotel Papa, contact Castle approach on 120.95.
120.95 for 5 Hotel Papa. See you in a little while.
You gotta admit, though, this is really cool with the ATC and the chatter and all that. Okay, we're approaching 4,000. You're in the clouds. Really?
67, turn left heading 210. Expect ILS 25 right approach to Livermore.
I guess we are. I guess that is the clouds. By the way, what was that? I think our engine just blew up. Or just restarted. Okay, well, let's let's go to the reliability here. I forgot. It puts it down to 99%. Oh, I can't get this thing to, because that flashing is causing the, move that to 100%. Ah, come on, 100%. Otherwise, things break way too much. There we go. Yeah, the engine went out again. There we go. Okay, well, that was different. Hey, John.
Cessna 367, descend and maintain 2,800. Tomahawk 14 Mike, cleared ILS 25 right approach, Livermore.
I think he was talking to us, so...
Tomahawk 14 Mike, cleared ILS 25 right approach, Livermore.
Maybe we'll get out of the clouds here. You didn't know everything was black and white when you're flying in the clouds, did you?
Piper 18 Whiskey, turn right heading 160. Contact Castle approach on 1.
I know, that's what I thought too. I thought I crashed, but the altitude said 4,000, so... Okay, how low are these clouds? I'm at 3,000 feet here. This must be one of those random chance things that can happen with the adventure. We're supposedly in the clouds, and that flashing is just the beacon from the plane. If I turn the light off, the strobe lights off. There we go. So I just turned the strobe light off, You can see it's not flashing now. This is weird. Yeah, see, this is, we're in the clouds, apparently. I just changed the time, is what I did. I just hit R for repeat, and that doesn't seem to be doing anything. Is it Shift R? Nope. See? Well, this could be interesting. We're not getting anything from ATC, so I have no idea where we're at the moment. Let's try to find out here. This is the map that it comes with here. So maybe if we tune in to Manteca here at 116, it looks like a vector of 24 will get us to Livermore. And then as far as knowing if we passed it or not, if we use Oakland here, with a vector of 080. I think that'll give us an idea if we passed it or not. My mouse is not moving as smooth as it was. Ever since we went into the clouds here. Okay, so heading at 240. Well, we're definitely not heading in the right direction, so... I'm also not getting a message here that we're too low or anything, which has got me wondering if we might have passed it. The Oakland VOR was 116.8. And we were saying a vector of 080. Or from, yeah, 080. I don't think we've passed Stockton yet. Or Livermore. I don't think we passed it yet. Yeah, we're still 37 miles away from Oakland. It looks like it's about halfway, according to the map. Alright, let's go into the weather here. This is weird. I don't know what they did here. Oh, look at that. They put bottom level 793 for the base. Well, let's fix that. Unless they're trying to do... smog or something. There we go. There's our clouds, folks. This is the new snow update for Flight Simulator 2020. No, this isn't snow. This is actually clouds. What you're seeing is clouds. This was the best that they could do. And actually, this feature here with the bubbles, this was with Flight Simulator 3. The little cloud things up here in the sky that look like discs out in the sky, that is Flight Simulator 4 there. But the little bubbles and stuff, yeah, that's carried over from Flight Sim 3. I wonder if we can find any, there's a whole bunch of mountains around here. I wonder if that's it right there. This area. I'm half wondering if maybe our comm radio exploded. And that's why they're not talking with us. That's it. It's possible. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. I wasn't thinking, but I think... That sounds like a contradiction. I wasn't thinking, but I think. The vectors, right here. If I tune this to 250 and this to 060, it should come to this intersection. That'll let me know if I'm close to Livermore. That's what I should be doing right there. And I noticed this is moving. Do you see that? That means I think we're close to the airport. I think that's Livermore right there. Well, that was a big round ball that just went right by us. Oh, and you know what? Yeah, I'm going to head over in this direction because I think that's Livermore. If this lines up to 080, and it looks like it is, problem is I have no idea what runway they want us to land on. I guess this is what they mean when they say every time you fly this adventure, it's different.
Cessna 367, heading 220. Maintain 2,800 until established on the approach. Cleared ILS 25 approach, Livermore.
Okay, there we go. That's it. You're left of the localizer.
564, roger. Fly direct Linden VOR. Descend and maintain 2,000. Cross Linden at 2,000. Report leaving Linden.
Okay, so I've got diagrams and stuff at the back of the manual here. And Livermore is 110.5. Let's change this here.
Stockton, Bonanza 663, inbound at 1,800 feet.
We're supposed to be 075 or something like that.
Roger, Cessna 51367, Livermore. Ceiling is 150 feet, winds 240 at 6, altimeter 2992. In the event of a missed approach, fly as published and recontact Stockton approach on 123.85.
Whoops. No, it's 225. And we are 4 miles away from it. Okay, I think I see the correct runway.
Cessna 51367, we have had a wind shift at Livermore. Circle to land runway 7. Report right downwind for runway 7, and I'll call your base.
I think he was talking to us, saying that the winds have changed and that he wants us to land on runway 7 now.
For your 5-acre Charlie, are you able to depart?
Livermore, we're having engine problems.
So it looks like we're going to have to fly the back course? Yeah, the back course is 075. Alright, so we'll swing around here. And he said he'll call our base, so let's just fly over this highway here. I haven't tried out that mod yet that you mentioned. The CJ40 mod. There's our airport there. Does the VNav work properly, though? Ooh, there's a plane taking off. What's the altitude here? Elevation 397. All right. So ATC is going to have us land on runway 7. Last time he talked to us, he said he's going to let us know when to turn base. This up here is the city of Livermore. And there's our back course glide slope there. I hope they have us turn base before that mountain. Which is kind of like a pyramid. Yes, this is supposed to be a city. This should be Livermore, California here. Because the Livermore airport is just behind us. ATC wants us to fly until he tells us to turn base. But that mountain there... I think I might be turning my own base here. And this is all custom scenery that comes with this Flight Adventure add-on. Sometimes these ATC adventures are a little temperamental. Like, if you don't get it exactly right, it freaks out and doesn't really work correctly, but... So we're doing the back course ILS. That's a little different. That's a bit of an extended downwind. Yeah, exactly. Went all the way back to... Huh. I don't think that's lining us up correctly with the runway. That doesn't look correct. I think he was trolling me. Well, at least we got the glide slope indicator. We can use that. Even though the directional heading isn't right. Watch it say something like, "You didn't have permission to land." Hey, this is like ATC that happened on VATSIM that one time. Where I was flying around and I'm like, hello? Hello, are you out there? Did you forget about me? Yeah, exactly. I think we're on a good descent, though. I see a white and a red right over here. Hey, look, there's a plane about ready to take off. Yeah, it was a good landing. It was a smooth landing. I couldn't leave it the way it was. Yeah. Whoa. I thought that was the flaps I hit. Apparently not. I learned everything that I know from classic flight simulators. We're going to park over here by the control tower so we can tell the controller, "What's up, man? You're going to have us fly into a mountain. What's up with that?" There we go. Let's all bum rush the controller. Yeah, there we go. We'll just all head out of the Mooney here and bum rush the controller and say, "Yo, man, what's up? There's that mountain over there. You're gonna have us fly into the mountain." But we didn't. You may have noticed that the next step was for him to turn us base, but you notice that when we landed, it didn't say "good job," because we skipped over that. So the Adventure thinks that we're still out there. But like I said, sometimes these Adventures get a little lost and they don't work exactly perfect, but it's the closest that we had back in those days when it came to ATC adventures and stuff, or ATC controlled flights. And I still I think it's quite amazing of what they were able to accomplish. But yeah, so about a two-hour flight there. I noticed that some people have joined. I got some errands that I have to go run, and then I will be back with snacks and stuff, so we can do our VFR flight with Flight Sim 2020 along the Nile River. It's going to be a VFR flight. Should be real fun. We'll be flying that in the morning sim time. So get ready for some beautiful scenery coming up. So be sure that if you're not following, that you're following, so you get that notification of when I will be streaming. Also, I do classic flight sims on this channel. So if you like to see more classic flight simulators, that's another good reason to follow. So that way you'll know when it is that I do those flight sims. So I do everything all the way back to the first flight simulator, up to Flight Simulator 2020, X-Plane 5 to X-Plane 11. So all kinds of stuff here on the channel. All kinds of good stuff. So hope to see you all on future videos and future streams. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching. This was fun. And we'll definitely do this again. I do have another add-on for Flight Adventure. So, definitely fun stuff coming. I will see you all soon. Have a killer awesome day.